make it cheaper, and in fact the government made it a lot more expensive. And every time the government interferes, they do damage. Just like I said with the housing. They said we want to make housing affordable. We want more people to be able to afford to buy houses than what the market would naturally allow. And look what happened. Look at the result of the government's efforts to get people to buy houses regardless of whether or not they can afford them. And in fact, once housing prices really start to rise, I mean, housing demand wasn't even a function of people wanting a place to live. They wanted to get rich. They created a get-rich-quick scheme in the real estate market, right? It was always, people would come to me because I've been renting my house for years, and they would say, well, why are you throwing away all that money? I said, what do you mean throwing away money? I need a place to live. You wouldn't say I was throwing away money on food or throwing away money on clothing. Why do you think I'm throwing away money on rent? Well, because you could be buying, you could be building equity, as if, there was a guarantee. And I said, well, I'm paying money in rent. I said, what about, you're paying money in taxes, in maintenance, in insurance, depreciation. I mean, there was a lot of costs associated with home ownership, but nobody cared because they didn't think there was a cost. They thought home ownership was free. In fact, they thought you got paid to own a house because it just kept going up. So, but the government created that demand. I mean, they might have started off with, it might have been benevolent on their part. They had good intentions. But the saying about the road to hell being paved with good intentions is there for a reason. And unfortunately, that's what's happening now. I don't necessarily doubt the intentions of Barack Obama. Maybe he's a decent, caring guy, and maybe he actually thinks that what he's doing is going to help. But there's no possible way that that's going to happen. If he really wanted to help, he would level with the American public, just like George Bush should have done when he first came to office. He could have leveled with us, let us know how bad the problems were, and prepared us for the tough times that lie ahead.